Hi guys, welcome back. Eric's UK here with a big response to Tim's what personality trait would you change about yourself for RPGs? As a player, I think that's fairly obvious to me at the moment. Over the last year or so, I have lost several characters in games, and rather than go, hey ho, stuff happens, move on, I've actually got really pissed off about it. Every single character death has really irked me. And it's not because it's anything that I've done. It always seems to be something that either I felt the GM was unnecessarily harsh in dealing with, or it's a result of another player at the table. My Catfolk Paladin in the Rise of the Runelords game was killed purely, as far as I'm concerned, because the GM wanted to try and play to the scene, which meant that the villain was not going to let anybody escape, but it actually hurt the campaign because it was harder to bring the one player that hadn't turned up in that session back. Whereas if he'd let the character escape, and I just felt it was unnecessarily harsh, and that really pissed me off. I think that was the first one to do it. My ranger in the Legacy of Fire campaign was killed because another player, the Battle Turtle in the party, the Paladin, basically stepped out of the way intentionally, as far as I can see. I'm not sure why, so that my character got hit by both the big bad of the chapter and his giant elusive Stega centipede pet. So that was it, boom, my character's dead. That really annoyed me. The character that was replacing him, the Barbarian, died in our last session of this because another player basically did something stupid that we told him not to do, which set off the alarm, which brought like 5 or 6 rooms worth of monsters down on us all at once. And as one of the combat characters, you've got to be in there to defend everybody else, and he just got overrun and mullered, and that sort of annoyed me. All sort of instances like that. Those are just 3 examples, and it has started getting to the point where I come away really pissed off because of it. So when I turn up the next session, I'm not motivated as a player the way I want to be. So right now, I would really like to not get so wound up over character deaths. But that's something I've got to try and work on and see what happens. From a GM perspective, I think my problem is that I get so far into a campaign and then I start to get bored because things aren't running at the pace that I want them to, or something along those sort of lines. And by the time you get about halfway through, I'm itching to start again. And I think this is why we haven't had campaigns that get really much beyond like 10 or 12 level, because I start to get itchy feet. And I do prefer lower level games, to be fair. So that's what I would say are my current personality traits that I would need to change. The fact that I get pissed off at character deaths now when I shouldn't, and a certain hint of boredom, itchy feet as a GM perspective. Interesting question, Tim. I've got to be honest, it did make me think before I did these vids, but yeah, interesting. Anyway, until next time, take care and good gaming.